Hey everybody, I'm Jeremy Beaver, CEO and founder of the National Hip Hop Museum, once again here in Montclair, New Jersey, with the one and only Kool G Rap. Kool G Rap, how are you today, my friend?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm here, baby. I'm alive, so I can't complain. You feel me?
Being above ground these days is actually as good as it gets. And if you can stay grateful, then everything else is icing on the cake, as they say, right?
No doubt.
So today is a special session. Today's session is actually for a track called Born Hustler off of G Rap's newest album. And you know what? I'm going to let G Rap tell you a little bit about, the meaning and the concept behind Born Hustler featuring AZ.
I mean, born hustler, baby. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's self-explanatory. You know what I mean? Everybody, like certain people just got that in their genealogy, their genetics. You know what I'm saying? You know, no, I know a lot of cats that just was hustlers, and hustling don't necessarily mean street game hustle. You know what I'm saying? You could be a hustler and be a Wall Street hustler. You know what I mean? Hustle is just something. It's just what you call the go getters. You know what I mean? So I classify myself as a go getter. You know what I'm saying? That's what got me doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just I didn't just decide to rap and then just got in the game and it was just like it's simple as just that. You know what I'm saying? It was a long grind before I actually, fell into the right place at the right time. The right people, saying got their ears on me, and I got a situation going. You know what I'm saying? So, you could be a born hustler in many different aspects.
Well, speaking of being in the right place at the right time, you were in the right place in the right time for one of the greatest, if not the greatest, posse cuts of all time, Symphony. Tell us about how you hustled your way onto this track and to working with, one of the greatest hip hop producers of all time.
But this was basically part of everything I explained. You know what I'm saying? Like this just fell in place because it made sense. At this point when this record was being put together, I was already an official Juice Crew member. You know what I'm saying? So it was all my hustle that got me to even being down with the Juice Crew that led to this. You know what I'm saying? And many other things to come. You know what I'm saying? So, my hustle for this was everything I said already.
I'm actually going to get you to autograph it because the National Hip Hop Museum has the world's largest collection of autographed hip hop vinyl. And one of the neat things about these records is that they define a place in time, right? Everybody knows where they were when they heard the symphony, right? Right? Okay, it's really important to people and their own, history in their lives. For me, though, I'm not gonna lie. I know this isn't, your earliest single, but for me, the single that really just made me realize this guy is one of the greatest MCs of all time is a single called "On the Run." Can you just tell me a little bit about what you were thinking about or what led you to this concept? Because it's a story, right? So if you could hold the record, just tell me what led to that story.
It was the track was just so cinematic. You know what I'm saying? The original track was actually on the album Live and Let Die. You know what I'm saying? And I put that track together and then Jinx, did what he did on top of it. You know what I'm saying? Added some extra elements. But the actual sample and all that, I did that. I was producing back then. You know what I'm saying? And it just the track led me to something cinematic. Um, that was one of the many tracks, matter of fact. Train Robbery is another track that did the same thing. It's like when I heard the track, I just started getting all these different visuals, you know what I'm saying, like pictures, you know what I'm saying, short scenes to a movie, whatever have you know what I'm saying? And on the run, when I heard the track, after I did the sample, just letting the sample roll and shit, you know what I'm saying, I just visualized something real cinematic. And uh, I was always an artist influenced by real life things. You know what I'm saying? Movies and just my own creativity. You know what I'm saying? And On the Run was something that was influenced by like me just being a writer, and movies had a lot to do with the direction I took in it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you get the mafioso element and all that in the video. You know what I mean? Because that's where the track took me.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
I can't give you one, man. That's like saying who's the best rapper of all time. Period. You know, you gotta go by eras and all that. You know what I mean? But
Your three favorites.
three favorites.
Desert island. You can only watch 3 movies for the rest of your life.
Scarface, Once Upon a Time in America, Godfather.
So you're a winner. You're a big winner. But
Try to be.
well, everyone thinks you're a winner, especially when it comes to hip hop and MCing. But on one of your biggest, if not your biggest single, you're talking about you lose because you've got the Ill Street Blues. And I happen to think that that single changed hip hop forever. I'm not the only one that thinks and says this. This is not news. But what I want you to do is tell me, because that sample was amazing, right? And it highlighted your lyrics. So what I want you to do, because this is kind of like your best of, this is Cold Chillin's Killer Cuts, right? And so on this side, the very first song, if you want to autograph it on the vinyl, is Ill Street Blues. Yeah, so tell me about, why you wrote and why you think Ill Street Blues had such a great impact on hip hop.
I wrote it. I wrote Ill Street Blues. I had no idea of writing Ill Street Blues before hearing the beat. So once again, that's another situation where the track just became the driving force and steered me in the direction. Now that I had no idea I was going, but it just like a magnetic force just pulled me in that direction, and it gave me the chorus and everything. No, this is not something I sat there and thought about for a long time. It's like just listening to the track for just a little while, it just gave me the chorus, everything. I can't even tell you why I said Ill Street Blues. I can't tell you none of that because there was no specific reason, yo. It's just the track just said, yo, Ill Street Blues, you know what I mean? And I just went in there, went in the booth, I wrote the verse, and sat there and thought about like what kind of chorus could I give that? You know what I'm saying? Because these are the days of, well, for me, I wasn't that much of an artist that's so focused on the chorus. I'm more focused on the lyrical content of the verses. You know what I'm saying? More than the chorus and hooks and so on and so forth. But I just thought you lose because I got the illustrator, and I just went in the booth and spit the verse. Track masters did the track. They was already losing it when I did the verse, but when I did that chorus, you lose because I got the illustrator. They lost. I looked out through the window here. Them dudes is in the console room going bananas. You know what I mean? Like pulling their fucking hair out type shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's how it came about, man. There's no crazy kind of story to it. It's just the track. The track just moved me so much. You know what I mean? Me being a lover of mafioso movies and stuff like that, like certain piano hits and all that, just sounds so gangster to me. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard them piano hits, I'm like, yo, this is Mobsters, the movie Mobsters. This is fucking Untouchables. This is all that shit combined. This is that era. You know what I'm saying? So it just forced me to go underworld style, you know what I mean? And crime world. And then, things that I absorbed growing up in Corona, Queens, you know what I'm saying? All those elements just came into play with the writing. But no, the driving force of the track, it just made me visualize everything mafioso, everything gangster. everything roaring 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things came to mind, and that's it, man.
You actually just mentioned something, and this is kind of one of the things I really want to impress upon. You mentioned Queens. Obviously, Queens is where you grew up. It's a big part of who you are. It's in your music. But on this upcoming album that we're working on right here, you actually got a song with the hook talking about using the words royal flush. And speaking of the words royal flush, we do have a rapper from Queens, named Royal Flush. And so tell me a little bit about Royal Flush, and hopefully we're going to get him on the track. But tell me a little bit about what he means to you and what he means to Queens.
Royal Flush is that solidified stamp of street life in Queens. You know what I mean? Just like he's one of the representatives of that. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he's the only representative, but this is a man that walked what he taught. You understand? So you don't get no more official than that. You know what I'm saying? All the way official cat, and he a good dude. You know what I'm saying? He ain't let the streets make him grimy. You know what I'm saying? To the point, like, some dudes is like you can't even trust them. As far as you could throw a zebra. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Royal Flush is one of the dudes that come from that real grime, and he a good brother. He a good dude, you know what I'm saying? Last time I spoke to him was last year, and we talked about doing the track together. That's why his name is in the track. It was already in preparation for him, you know what I'm saying? And I was going to reach out to him the right time, right moment, you know what I'm saying, when I got my stuff in order and ready, ready to hit that go button, you know what I'm saying, to get at him. Royal Flush told me, too, you're like, G, anything for you, baby, anything, you know what I'm saying? He didn't even want to discuss paper with me. You know what I'm saying? This is how authentic this dude is. You know what I mean? Real cat, man. Much love. Big shout to my boy Royal Flush, man. One of the authentics of Queens, baby.
And heavily underrated. Queens made a huge impact on hip hop, from the very beginning with Run DMC and LL. But there's a lot of MCs from Queens that are kind of like underrated or underappreciated. Here's another one. Tell me a little bit about what you think about Mike Geronimo.
Mike Geronimo is a good cat, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know Mike Geronimo like that. You know what I'm saying? But I met him. You know what I'm saying? I think we bumped heads once or twice. You know what I mean? And Mike Geronimo came out, did his thing. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the legendary spitters. You know what I'm saying? Of the '90s era. You know what I'm saying? Right here. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, that's wow, my man brought up Mike Geronimo, man. I ain't even hear from this dude in a minute too, yo. I wonder what my dude is doing right now, you know what I'm saying? Might have to put something down with my boy Geronimo, yeah. Yeah, absolutely, yo.
All right, the last thing we're going to do is National Hip Hop Museum has the world's largest collection of signed microphones by hip hop's greatest MCs. And now we are really excited to add this to our collection. Kool G Rap here in Sound on Sound Studios, signing his microphone. And we got Dave Goldberg from Ewing in the building. Dave is the label owner for this project. And this label has already released some amazing projects. Most recently, with AZ, the Dough or Die project. So what I'm going to do is, just for a couple minutes, I'm going to hand it over to Dave Goldberg, and I'm going to let him, as the label owner, tell you a little bit about this project and how he concepted it from the beginning.
Just a longtime fan of G. First record I heard from him was Streets in New York. I was probably, I was young. I was probably 10 or 11. And then I went back and got some of the older stuff, The Road to Riches. But, I've been a fan of his for a long time, and we had a mutual friend who put us in touch. And, just like I do with the sneakers, I like to just do things, be involved in things that I'm a fan of. And, G obviously fits that bill. And just get him back out there in the right way with the right beats, right guests, the right push, the right everything. So, that's really it. Just want to see him get back out there and if you're a fan of G, you're gonna be happy with the album.
All right, well, let's. The last person we want to talk to is the producer of the album, which is a guy by the name of Domingo, and then we're going to start working more on these tracks. Let's go find the producer. He's a guy by the name of Domingo. Oh my God, Domingo! Come on. Oh my God! And I found Chuck Creekmer from All Hip Hop. Hey, Chuck Creekmer. I'm Jeremy Beaver, founder of the National Hip Hop Museum. How are you, Chuck?
I'm pretty good. Pretty good. I'm here with Domingo.
Yes, the producer of the album, Domingo, the engineer of the album. But Domingo, tell us all about what we're doing here today with G Rap's album.
We are going through the songs. G is listening to them and fixing vocals. I think AZ was supposed to be here.
Right.
I think.
Right. This is the AZ session.
Yes, it is.
He's here. It's amazing. It's amazing. He's cut all the vocals. It's all done. It's amazing.
Where the fuck was I when that
Yeah,
happened?
you were here talking it all up. You
Yeah,
missed the entire session.
I was busy not doing my job. I was not doing it.
Anyways, come over here. Let's take a quick flick.